Unless you've been living under a rock for the past couple months, you've probably heard of bone smashing, the viral new looksmaxxing trend that's supposed to grow your facial bones, pushed by popular content creators such as Clavicular. Interestingly, he credits most of his looksmaxxing transformation to bone smashing, as you can see in this post he made. But he's not the only one. Androgenic, who's also gone viral recently, you may recognize him from this clip of him getting his wig stolen live. Whoa! Bone smashing, as you can see. But even more concerning is his explanation for bone smashing. Watch this.
What the actually does bone smashing do? What kind of tissue does it create? So this is what no one's 100% sure about. All we know is hitting your face does make something get placed there. We don't know what it is. If you hit your zygos will appear to be bigger, even for an extended period of time. And we don't know exactly why, but what I can assume is that it is a combination of some bone growth, likely through mainly the subperiosteal hematoma pathway, as well as permanent scar tissue deposition. Now, I think it's definitely a combination of these two, and honestly, the scar tissue, it's kind of a buzzword. Like, it sounds scary. Oh no, there's scar tissue in my face. But according to the literature I've dug into, it seems to be permanent, right? So any scar tissue that you're getting, it's going to be there forever. So fuck it. I don't care what tissue it is. As long as it looks like bone, and it looks fucking good, I don't care.
Not just that people are telling people to bone smash on the internet, it's that they are saying that bone smashing was responsible for their drastic looksmaxxing transformations. Especially concerning when it is public knowledge that Clavicular and Androgenic both have used extensive amounts of drugs like steroids, peptides, etc. for their looksmaxxing transformation. This clip.
Bone smashing is easily the best thing I've ever done to Ascend, and I actually genuinely stand by that. I think for facial changes, it mugs fucking steroids.
If this wasn't interesting enough, he actually used to say that anabolic steroids were the best way to change your face. Watch this.
The best way to grow your facial bones using androgens such as testosterone. These are going to hugely increase bone growth way more. You're going to increase your testosterone by potentially tenfold what it was before, and the facial bones such as the mandible, brow ridge, zygomatic bones, they have a very high density of androgen receptors, and they will increase osteoblast activity much more than simply taking peptides.
The question I ask is, why did he change his mind? He had all the results he still has back then, but now it's bone smashing that's responsible? Interestingly enough, something like bone smashing is a lot more accessible to a wider audience than anabolic steroids, and a lot more people are willing to do it because anybody can bone smash. So perhaps this is one reason why he is suddenly more interested in bone smashing. But let's also talk about, does bone smashing actually do what it says it does? Because ultimately, that is a far more important question. The proponents claim that it works under Wolff's Law, which states that bones adapt themselves to mechanical stress that is placed on them. But does that work in the way you think? This article, Wolff's Law is not the same as bone smashing because Wolff's Law covers bone remodeling, where bones continuously change, but only because the bone resorption followed by the deposition of new bone material. However, this doesn't work at just any part of the bone. This only works where the bones meet. This wasn't concerning enough. There are other risks that'll happen almost no matter what if you bone smash. Luckily, some proponents encourage bracing your head to avoid concussions, but sadly, you can still get a concussion or brain damage, according to ChatGPT here. What do you think? Is bone smashing worth it, or is it dangerous? Let me know in the comments beneath.